guys don't have custom ringtones? Damn. I thought that was going somewhere really bad. I hate my mind. I just saw I have my phone on vibrate and my mind went to a place that I'm not proud of. Bro, it's all the Twitter memes where it's like me when I tweet this thing and I take my phone and I leave it on silent mode and I shove it up my... I'm not gonna finish that. It's all those tweets. It's brain rotted me. Like every time someone's... Yeah, anyway. I fear I am terminally online. Fuck! Listen, I'm a streamer. There isn't a single streamer that exists that is not terminally online. Like the ones that do this full-time as their job, I mean. Any streamer that streams full-time as their job, they are terminally online. And if they claim that they're not, they're lying. You have to be. It's part of the job, right? Like, part of being a streamer is like you have to, you know, post. You have to kind of know what's happening, right? Like stay informed and, you know, yeah. So to some degree, as a streamer, your whole work is based around what you do on the internet. So, you know, you kind of have to be terminally online to some extent or use the internet more than you probably should. So yeah, if any streamer is ever like, I'm not terminally online, they're lying to you. Like the ones that stream as their job, I mean. The ones that stream full-time for a living, like me, they are terminally online. The streamers that just do it as a hobby, like occasionally, they're not... You don't have to be terminally online for that, right? If I didn't stream as my job, and if I didn't stream, you know, full-time as my job, if I wasn't a streamer, I would not use the internet as much as I do. I don't like social media. Social media is very, you know, I mean, this is all stuff that people know. When you're a content creator as well, it's so easy to be in that mindset. A lot of content creators, if they're a content creator who streams frequently, every content creator compares themselves to another content creator. Even if they will never admit that. Like, I'm admitting that too. Every streamer does it, whether they admit it or not. And every streamer who streams often is chronically online and they compare themselves. And when you stream and you are chronically online like that, you know, you see all these people that are doing all these great things and you're like, you know... You either think, why am I not good enough? Why can't I accomplish those great things that they're doing? Or, you know, and every streamer does it. Even the big streamers, I bet you even the big streamers probably have streamers they look up to and they think, why am I not that good? I need to be better. You know, it can be a very toxic mindset and it can be really easy to just let it consume you and think to yourself, like, what's the point, you know? But I think genuinely, I think it's only natural, especially because streaming, you know, it is inherently like a quote-unquote competitive, even though I wish it wasn't. And I hate how people make it that way, because I think genuinely, if you're just nice and kind, you can meet so many great people who will really lift you up. You know, if you lift up other people, they will lift you up, and you know, it's a nice thing. But a lot of people have very, what's it called? They have motives. They have like secret motives where a lot of people unfortunately have the intent of just using you. And as a streamer, no matter how big or small, you will probably experience that. And it's not a nice feeling. It's not a nice feeling to just feel like a stepping stool. Because I've had it happen to me multiple times. And it does happen where a lot of people are just focused on reaching their goals and they don't care who they have to hurt to get there. They will get there, right? And a lot of people think that's the way, because a lot of the big streamers, unfortunately, are people like that are not very nice, and they see that and they think, oh, I can get to that size if I'm a piece of shit human garbage person. A lot of people like to rage bait and to do really extravagant, crazy shit to get views, and unfortunately, that's kind of the meta now, and I hate it. I really hate it. But a lot of people, I think, get into that mindset, and especially when you're online, there is so much toxicity, and when you see that every single day of your life, if you don't have a positive outlook in your life, it can really consume you. A lot of streamers get consumed by negativity and hate and become a shell of themselves, and it's really sad. It's really sad. It happens a lot. When I stream, I always tell myself the same things. I always like, I remind myself what kind of person I am, what I believe in, what's important to me, because I would hate to become a person who just become so consumed and filled with hate, you know, as I would hate to be that person. So I remind myself of my morals and what's important to me, because I don't want to become that kind of person. I would hate that, you know. And a lot of streamers, especially the streamers that I think get big quick, the ones that get like crazy attention fast, they're not prepared for it, and a lot of the time it can really warp their perception, I think. And unfortunately there's lots of cases where I've seen that turn them into nasty people. Not always, obviously, but sometimes it can happen. And you know, I think as a streamer it's important to just remind yourself what's important to you, why you're doing this, so that you don't lose yourself. Because it's so easy to, in this space, it's so easy to get in that mindset of hate and toxicity. You know, you know, when I was in a dark place and things were hard for me, I hated the person I was, because I was just so self-loathing. I was so miserable. Like, you know, it's really easy to be consumed like that. And I think I am proud of myself because of the sense of I've stayed very true to my morals. Even when I was 12 years old and I was a Minecraft YouTuber, there's a clip of me from when I was 12 of talking about the reason I became a YouTuber and why it's important to me. And I have had that same mindset. Even now, I'm 21 now. Ever since I was 12 years old, I have kept the same motivation. The same thing has motivated me and been stuck in my head for that many years. I've stayed very true to myself. I've not changed even since I started streaming. I've stayed the same person. I haven't changed. I haven't really, you know, and I'm not a big streamer, so maybe that's why. But you know, I've not. I would like to say I've stayed true to what I believe in, and I've not changed that part of myself and become a kind of person I hate, because it happens to a lot of streamers. They get very consumed because being a streamer, that streams full-time as a job, you kind of become chronically online, and that can lead, you know, the internet, again, toxic wasteland. You can become, yeah, I think even if you stream full-time, it is very important to take breaks. I believe that 100%. Because even if you think you're fine, all of that all the negativity you see, if you constantly are seeing that, it will affect your mental health, right? Like if you're constantly seeing all these shitty things on Twitter about these shitty people doing these shitty things, that's gonna subconsciously weigh on you. Even if you're like, oh, it doesn't bother me, I have thick skin, or oh, I don't care. But if you're seeing toxic negative shit every single day, constantly like going at you, you're gonna take that on board, even consciously or subconsciously. Even if you are a streamer who's on, you know, I use the internet a lot, you have to take breaks, because it will really affect you, I think. It will really get to you over time. So it's important that streamers take breaks, 100%. The ones that stream full time, absolutely. They need, you know. But yeah, no, every streamer is chronically online if they stream full time, and every streamer has gone through a phase of comparing themselves to others. It happens. You know, even if they won't admit it, they have. You know, I know so many streamers that have gotten like that. I've gotten like, it's only natural, because when you're a streamer, you know, you're on a platform and there's other people and it's a community, right? Like I became a VTuber as well because I like VTubers. I like watching VTubers. So, you know, you see all these other people and you think, why am I not good enough? Why can't I be good like that? Why can't I be talented? You know, I don't think it's bad to well, it is bad to compare yourself, but I don't think it's bad to look at other people and to want to strive to be like them. Like to use it as motivation to be a better person, you know, a better streamer. Like look at, oh, this person's doing this really great thing. You know, I'm gonna strive to do great as well. I want to be great. I want to do great things. You know, a big inspiration for me in that regard would be Iron Mouse, because she does so much great like charity work, and that's really inspiring to me. And I'm like, ooh, I want to get to that stage where I can do stuff like that. I want to be like that, you know? I think, honestly, it just depends on how you go about it. If you compare yourself and then you use it to just be hateful and to take other people down, you're a bad person. We all get like that. It's human. Jealousy and wanting to be better is a very human natural feeling, especially in a competitive sphere, but it's how you use that feeling and your actions is the main thing. If you use that jealousy to be hateful and to bring other people down, then you're just you're a bad person. You should not do that. Well, you're not necessarily a bad person. I don't think your actions define you. Well, it depends what you do, obviously. If you do something really fucking horrible and hateful, then yeah, okay. But you know what I mean? People have feelings and people sometimes act out of emotion. I get that, But I think, yeah, it's how you use that feeling of jealousy to better yourself as a streamer is what matters. You can, like, there's a lot of people I look up to, and I want to get to that point. I want to be like that. I want to make people smile like that person does. I want to inspire people like that person does. But yeah, it's how you go about that feeling, because every streamer has compared themselves. Every streamer has someone they look up to, and they're like, oh, I wish I had that many people who followed me or watched me. And then that person that they're looking up to has someone else they look up to, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth, right? Even the big streamers probably compare themselves to the other big streamers. It's like a constant race to the top, no matter where you're at. And I think a lot of VTubers especially think, oh, when I get to this size, I'll be happy. But it's like, will you? Because we as humans strive for more. You're gonna want more. You're gonna get to that size and think, oh, now I want to reach, you're gonna reach 50k followers. And then you're gonna be like, I want to reach 70k followers next. You're never gonna be fully content. And that's okay. That's okay. You're always gonna strive for more. And again, it's how you go about that. If you get too focused on your goals, you will never be happy as a streamer. Because you spend like 2% of your time streaming celebrating those goals and reaching them. The rest of the time, you're working towards your goals. So if you only care about reaching your goals, you're never going to be happy. Because you're only going to be happy like 2% of the time when you hit that goal. You're going to hit 10k, be happy for a bit, and then it's going to go away. And then you're going to want to hit 20k, and then you're going to want to hit 30k, and it keeps going up. So I think a lot of streamers definitely, I was like this. I'm speaking from experience, okay? You gotta stop just hyper focusing on that and focus on just one stream at a time, one stream every day, one at a time. You take things one step at a time. You enjoy the time that you have and the people you have to spend it with, and you enjoy the journey, right? The main part of streaming is getting to the goals, the journey. If you don't enjoy the journey, then you're not gonna enjoy streaming. I think a lot of people just focus on their goals and they don't even enjoy streaming at the end of the day. They just want to reach these goals, and they get so focused on it, it becomes so and I do feel bad for people like that, because I was like that, and it can feel, you only get like a 2% dopamine when you hit those goals, and then you just feel like you're never good enough and you're never gonna get there. And especially when the journey can feel long, people grow at different speeds and different paces. Some people have like 2 viewers for years, and then some people blow up overnight, and then they have like thousands of viewers, and then that person with 2 viewers that has been streaming for 5 years is like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Why am I not good enough? Why does that person have so many people overnight when I've been doing this for years? And it's like, people, you have to take it one step at a time. You cannot look at other people and constantly think, why am I not like that? Because you're not them. You're you. You're not them. You're not living their life, their journey. You're living your life and your journey. So you have to focus on improving yourself and just focus on having fun. And I get it. Streaming's my job. I stress about shit all the time because this is how I get paid, and this is kind of what I want to do for my future. So it's a little daunting, especially because streaming is so inconsistent. Some months you'll do well, some months you won't do well. And you can blame yourself and think, what am I doing wrong? But sometimes people just don't have the time to watch streams. Sometimes people are busy. Sometimes people can't stop by. There's so many different factors, and it can be really stressful. So I do have sympathy for people who feel like that, because, I felt like that sometimes. And it can be really easy to be in a toxic place as a streamer. Again, you just have to remind yourself what's important to you. That's what I think. Anyway, I'm sorry for the tangent. I apologize. I'm just sharing my experience and what I've seen and what I know, but everyone's experience with streaming is different. It's just, I see a lot of streamers have the same struggles, and I just wish I could like, sometimes I just wish I could slap them and be like, no, you're good enough, you're doing good enough, it's okay, you're not a bad streamer, it's okay. Because sometimes I want to slap myself and tell myself that I'm like, you're doing fine, it's okay, you know. Sometimes I think people just need to hear that they're doing a good job, especially the smaller streamers that don't get a lot of that love and attention, that really try and feel like they're not doing enough, you know. Anyway, let's play the level. Let's play the level.